Hello, this is Lok. Welcome to update 0.32. There were a few bug fixes that were pretty important to address. One is when you have a prop up here and you click on this, it didn't actually allow you to do that after you go to the main menu. So for instance, if you go to the main menu and come back, you won't be able to click this. It won't select it for you, unfortunately, but now that's fixed. Also, clear stage now really clears everything. It clears your WSB, it clears the details, it clears the templates, it clears the scan base. All that is all gone as well. So there's another problem where if you try to go to dryfire or simulation, it won't allow you to go to the main menu, or at least the main menu won't show when you go. So that one is fixed as well. So a few new changes here. First one is I added a new RRGC Bay for the Richmond Rod and Gun Club, which is Bay 7. Thanks to Jonathan, who provided the scans. Pretty cool. For my cell, there are a few things. There are three things that I improved upon. The first two are related to PCSL. If you go over to the PCSL category, now the targets are named correctly. This used to be called PCC, PCSL-target-PCC. The actual official term is carbine. And so these are used for basically carbines, like or PCC rifles, right? And then these are used for pistols. So you have the full carbine targets. And the other thing is also now you have scoring zones for carbine targets instead of just plain white. You have the normal targets like this. You also have a swinger. Then you have the swinger with a no shoot. PCSL no shoots are red. Clamshell with a no shoot, and then a bobber with a no shoot. Hope you like that, Marcel. So if you look at this stage, it's a very simple one. I have a waypoint that waypoint 1 is standing with delay for 2 seconds. And if you hit to waypoint 2, you see waypoint 2 is tilting. So it basically tilts you down to look down at a 45-degree angle. Waypoint 3 is a crouch position. Waypoint 4 is back to tilt again. And then waypoint 5 is prone. And so when you play back in dryfire, what happened was when you go from 1 to 2, it will go here and then it will abruptly look down very quickly. And then when you go over to the third waypoint, it looks up and then it goes across like that. So very abrupt changes. But now if you try and do that, you see that it's much more gradual. Waypoint 1, waypoint 2, waypoint 3, crouch, waypoint 4, tilt down, waypoint 5, prone. Yeah, so that's much better now. Last one, for those of you who work with adjustable fault lines, there were a lot of complaints about trying to select the fault lines, trying to resize the fault lines, and I think you'll like this new change. So if you go over to draw fault lines, so for instance, if I draw a few things like this, right? I draw a few fault lines very easily, like that, right? And now when you want to select a fault line, what happened was you can obviously, these are all the control points that you can change to your, like the length of the fault lines, right? You can just move them like this or whatever. But when you try and grab a fault line, it always goes to like the beginning of somewhere, and it's not really intuitive. But now you can select anywhere in the fault line. Let's say, for instance, if I click over here, it will pick up the fault line from there. And if I click over here, I just pick the fault line over here. You can still rotate around that point where you picked up. And I think that is an incredibly useful quality of life thing that I've been trying to solve for the longest time. And right now I managed to make it happen for fault lines. I'm going to try and attempt to do the same thing when you click on the target. Right now when you click on a target anywhere up here, it always moves your mouse to the bottom. But hopefully I'm going to try and make it work so that you can select anywhere on a prop and you will be able to allow you to manipulate the prop from that position as well. So for fault lines, that's pretty cool, I think. So for instance, this long one here, if I click towards the end, I'll just grab it like that. So I hope you all like the change. That's all I have for update 0.32. Please continue to give me feedback. If you go over the file and provide feedback here, or the best way to give feedback is to join a Discord server. And in Discord, you can hang around with the community, other like-minded shooters and stage designers that use this tool. Again, I'd like to thank my Patreon subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting the cause. I truly appreciate your time and resources. So if you're interested to become a Patreon subscriber, just follow this link. Hope you have a great shooting weekend. Wishing you lots of alphas, and I'll see you on the range.